had a few months now since May, and I think this has been the key time for campaigning. So how has campaigning been?
So exciting. No, it really has. It just reinforces my desire and interest in wanting to do the work, being in the neighborhoods, connecting with people door to door, just attending as many events as I can, getting to know our community, what they need. I mean, I have the opportunity at my business every day to know a lot of our community, and I've been blessed by that. And just really an expansion of that, in addition to my work on the Dayton Public School Board, it's just really positioned me nicely in all of these areas of the community that I'm so excited to have the opportunity to serve. So just, it's been fun, rewarding. Yeah.
You know, I think, because you touched on, you are a business owner, school board, but I think this is your first time running, right, for commission.
For commission.
And so it's probably allowed you to talk to a larger variety of people. So what are some of the issues you've heard that voters are concerned about, or issues that you personally are concerned about?
Absolutely. Well, public safety, because safety, all of our citizens, all of our businesses, all of our visitors deserve to feel safe. Proud to have the endorsement of both the fire department and the police department. First time police have endorsed candidates in over almost 2 decades, and the screening process and their vote of confidence in both my candidacy and Darius Beckham's is really feels good, because our first responders need all the tools and resources to keep our citizens and keep our community and our business safe. Secondly, neighborhoods and neighborhood development. It's been, when I say it's been rewarding to be out in the community and see these neighborhood organizations that some are stronger than others, but I see a lot of grassroots going on, and I know that we have a lot of rich real estate that needs ownership, that requires oversight, and we need to do everything we can to make sure that city processes are streamlined so that our neighborhoods are getting what they need, especially in today's, we're in unknown times right now. So making our neighborhoods and our communities as strong as possible is super important. And then business and business development, having been in business for 28 years, I certainly know firsthand the challenges in getting a business set up and continuing to run it. I just want to make sure that I'm both supporting small entrepreneurs because they are the backbone of our communities, and our larger businesses too. We need to use our resources that we have here in Dayton and attract more business downtown, reimagining our core space and filling those first floor street spaces is super important. I believe Dayton is uniquely positioned for amazing growth and opportunity, but I do believe it's time for a new creative perspective and leadership, creative ideas. The best leaders, I've continued to learn, this is something I really learned in this campaign, that the best leaders are those who create strong relationships. And I have worked 28 years in this business, 20 years in another business to create strong relationships. And those relationships are at the core of our community's success, whether or not it's our neighborhoods, whether or not it's our business leaders, whether or not it's our regional leaderships, our county commissioners, our regional leaders that are attracting business all over the place. So just really excited to step into the role to really bridge a lot of what I see as being gaps there to build stronger relationships to make Dayton better, and then using my creative ideas and vision to fill those first floor spaces and get our neighborhoods what they need and everything. So thank you.
I know that you touched on public safety, and that is a big theme. So there has been quite a bit of money invested into DPD for technology, a new police station, temporary and permanent, is coming downtown. But we know when it comes to youth and some of the neighborhoods, that's been a big theme that we hear about, is youth violence and things like that. Have you gotten a chance to step foot in more of these neighborhoods as you're campaigning? Because I think being on the ground, seeing things in neighborhoods that maybe you don't drive through every day, can really have an impact. So have you been able to do that, and did you want to speak on anything when it comes to youth?
Well, absolutely. Well, first of all, I'm a big fan of the mayor's current violence interruption program. The program and what they do, what they've done across the country is vital to addressing some of the youth violence that we see out there. Completing my second term on the Dayton Public School Board, I've lost far too many babies and far too many kids to people having guns that should not have guns. So yes, I've been in the neighborhoods. I've been with some of these families firsthand. As you know, we lost a 5-year-old last week, and It was the mother's second loss. She lost her daughter last summer to gun violence, her older daughter, and it's an epidemic, and we have to do everything we can as leaders to protect our citizens from people getting guns that shouldn't have guns. Some of those other, the violent pieces, and understanding our neighborhoods. Mental illness is real. Poverty is real, mental illness, and we need to do everything we can as leaders to make sure that we are addressing the critical needs of mental illness, facilities, making sure that people who have, petty crimes, so to speak, that really are indicative of mental illness are provided treatment to help become better, to be better, to become productive citizens, and then providing housing all across the board to make sure that our most vulnerable folks have ample housing to live, breathe, and become. So, yeah, a little humanitarian. There's a big part of me, but when you say, have I been in the neighborhoods? Absolutely. The work on the school board has really given me I think another unique position of the needs in our community.
So there's a lot going on the federal level, which and on the state level, this all kind of trickles down. So when you talk to voters and you're out there talking to people, do you feel like people are engaged or more engaged in local government, or do you feel like everything is exhausting people? What's kind of the temperature that you read on people?
Both and. People are engaged, definitely, whether or not they're exhausted and engaged and just, or whether or not they're actively engaged. And, it takes all of us to build community in our neighborhoods and our organizations, and we need to hear all of the voices. So I work really hard to listen to understand, and on the federal level, the things that we see happening, it's going to become more important and incumbent on our local leadership to fill those gaps. So we definitely need to elect leaders at the table who are going to continue to negotiate best for the citizens of Dayton. I'm proud to be the only woman in the race for Dayton City Commission. And I think that, I'm a woman, I'm a boss, I'm a mom, I'm a leader. Women get stuff done. That's shit. But women do get stuff done. And I'm really excited to be able to utilize my, God-given skills as a female and as a leader to bring the next for the Dayton City Commission.
With everything going on, especially with SNAP, that's a big thing. And I've talked to community partners who are coming together and kind of doing all they can, but we're not even close to being in the thick of what may happen.
Absolutely.
And so being a leader, how do you kind of work to ensure that despite federal or state changes, that Daytonians come out of this as good as possible, I guess?
Well, you're going to do things like continue to build strong relationships. Super proud of the work that we've done out on the 35 corridor. The new Homeful is out there. We need to make sure that those local resources are getting extra. We talk about people. I feel like at the core of all of us, we all want the same thing. We want to feel safe, we want to live in our homes, we want to live, America, good God, we are lucky human beings, and it's important that we are good stewards of the beautiful lives that we've all been given. And so I find people to be generous at heart. So when we talk about SNAP and things being cut, we need to make sure that our churches, our stakeholders, our gathering points have food pantries, have stocked food pantries, have people on hand. And when I say people want to volunteer, even through the work at Dayton Public Schools, people are always very willing to step in and to do. We just have to organize and make sure that our community partners are organized well to fill the gaps where we can.
Is there anything, last minute that you want to say, or any message you want to give to voters?
Well, thank you for that, and thank you for this opportunity. No, as I said, I am just excited to serve. I want to be a Dayton City Commissioner because I live in service. I have, this community has raised me, has done so much for me, and this felt like it was an opportunity, and now it wasn't something, I sought it out. I've been working on this for over a year, but it found me before I found it. Because if you would ask me of my 10-year-old self as a paper out delivery girl if I was going to be a city commissioner, I'd have been like, me, what? No, but I'm so humbled. I'm so humbled by the support that I've received. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm ready to go to work. When I say that the best leaders that I've met across my vast experience are leaders that create strong relationships. And I'm Karen Wick, and I'm ready to get to work on Dayton City Commission to bring people together to get things done.